What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Green34, and today we are taking a look at Wintertime Cruisers Ramone, kind of continuing on with our little Christmas marathon here on the channel. And yeah, I opened this guy up in one of my mega hauls earlier this year. I believe it was volume 3, and I said that I was probably going to do a review on both this and the snowmobile around Christmas, so I did decide for sure that I'm going to do that, which is what we're doing today. Now, this is a completely unique design for Ramone. It did not appear in Mater Saves Christmas or anything like that. Mattel just did it themselves for the Wintertime Cruisers line back in 2021, which was basically kind of the revival of the Christmas cars. And they did this alongside Snowmobile as the two new releases. I guess actually technically I guess it was three because they had Luigi and Guido re-released, but they changed the color of the present that Guido has. So it's like two new releases, technically three, depending on who you ask. I don't have that Luigi and Guido, which is why we're not taking a look at it in this little marathon, I suppose. But yeah, I do have Ramone, so I thought it'd be fun to take a look at him. Now, they have done a Christmas Ramone in the past, being Christmas Cruiser Ramone. That one is kind of a more traditional Christmas paint job. It's green, it's red, it's got ribbons on it. It's a really nice paint job, very nostalgic. But this one I honestly really like too. It is more of a kind of generic winter-themed Ramone, but I honestly think it looks really nice. So he's basically the same color scheme as Intro Ramone from Cars 3. And side note, I hate that name for Ramone. I hate that that's just what that paint job is called, because obviously that doesn't really make sense in universe to have a paint job that's just Intro Ramone. I hate that. But that's what Mattel called it, so that's what we're calling it too. But yeah, it's the same color scheme as Intro Ramone in that the body is kind of like a lighter sky blue, but he has elements of a darker blue throughout his paintwork. The main difference, though, is the actual dark blue elements. It's not the same like shapes that are on Intro Ramone, so they did change that up. But they did kind of keep the ribbon aesthetic from Christmas Cruiser Ramone, as you can see on the side here. Really, really nice. I love how intricate the pattern is. I think that looks really good. And of course, he's got plenty of snowflakes on him. I still have no idea how Ramone actually paints himself. That is a question I would love to get answered one day, but that is definitely not going to happen. Because, I mean, look, he even, like, put snowflakes on himself. How did he do that? Who knows? But yeah, you can see we have a bunch of larger snowflakes, and then they kind of get smaller and smaller before tapering off right around the middle there. Really, really nice. His expression, I didn't mention it earlier, but it looks okay. Again, it's pretty standard Ramone stuff. They don't really divert too much from how Ramone's expressions normally look. I think he has like two, maybe three types of expressions that they give him, and they just copy and paste it across every variant, which is really unfortunate. But oh well, it still looks really nice. I think the kind of top-down view of this guy is definitely my favorite element. I love the patterns that's going on here with the dark blue. You can see we have these like different lines that are branching off from this central snowflake. And I should point out that these snowflakes in the car's world are car themed, so you can see it's made up of like wrenches and tools there, which is kind of cute. I do like that. Yeah, you can see a whole bunch of them kind of going in this like U shape around the hood, and then we have just this pattern here in the middle. This side is the same as the other. It looks really solid. This is made in Vietnam. The Wintertime Cruisers, I believe, aside from haulers, are the only other diecast line still made in Vietnam. And honestly, I think they nail the Christmas cars. It's really crazy how some Vietnam releases just look horrible, but then others, like the Christmas cars and even like the early fan favorites they did, looked basically the same as the China versions. And then you get stuff like their XRS releases, and it looks terrible. My kind of conspiracy theory, I don't know if this is actually true or not, is that not everything is made at the same Vietnam factory. So like you had one factory that was doing like all the XRS stuff, and then another one that was doing like fan favorites and Christmas cards and whatnot. That's probably not true, but that's definitely how it feels because there is such a difference in quality between everything. But like this looks like a China release. It looks absolutely perfect. I also should mention that he has this like silver trim that goes both along the both sides of the hood. Here is the top of his roof. Again, I love the kind of dark blue, almost border that they have, that he has here. And then you can see there's like a connection right through the middle there. And then it's covered up with snowflakes, once again, in that like U shape. It's not going all the way around. And it's emulating the hood in that it starts off big and then gets small towards the end. And then we have his trunk, which is the same pattern as the hood. It's just flipped the other way. And as such, the U now goes this way instead of this way. So yeah, overall, a really fantastic piece, in my opinion. I don't know if I'd say it's better than Christmas Cruiser Ramone. I think Christmas Cruiser Ramone is just so iconic and just really kind of fits more with the holiday atmosphere. But this one is 100% a close second. I absolutely adore it. So yeah, that is about it for this review. Overall, definitely a really great diecast. Vietnam did a really solid job with this one. And hopefully they re-release Christmas Cruiser Ramone again in some capacity. It's really weird. In 2021, they started putting holiday cars in the main line, and we got Holiday Hotshot McQueen and Christmas Cruiser Ramone, both of which I did review. Um, those were mainline releases, but then they had Wintertime Cruisers as a separate thing, where they did this version of Ramone and Snowplow McQueen. And then in 2022, they just had Holiday Hotshot McQueen in the main line, and then the Christmas cars were their own thing again, and it was the same lineup. And now 2023, no holiday cars in the main line, and then we still have this Ramone and that McQueen. So yeah, I wonder if they're gonna change it up at some point. If I had to guess, I'll say probably not, just because I think this is like the Christmas Ramone now going forward. For better or for worse. I still think it looks really nice, but I do like the more Christmassy vibes of the other one. But yeah, that's about it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all soon for another video. Bye now.